Welcome and thank you for joining me here in the Bourbon Bar. My name is Carlos, I'll be your host. I would like to start off with letting you know that I like all things bourbon, and I won't just be limited to though. I love rye, I love scotch, tequila, mezcal, rum. I will focus mainly on whiskey, but throughout the course of the show, I will definitely dabble into others and show and highlight some of the other unique spirits that I enjoy neat, and hopefully you guys will as well. I have many years in the restaurant industry, kind of started from the bottom, worked my way up, server, bartender, bar manager, and throughout the course of time, I really started to appreciate, well, I shouldn't say started. The first spirit I love neat, whiskey. I'm going to stick with it. My palate has developed and evolved, and like I said, I made it into tequila and rum and all other stuff. I will provide content that you guys are looking for. Don't be shy to let me know what you guys think or what you might want to get a review on. Maybe you're skeptical on buying something or trying something at a bar. Please ask me, and I'd love to provide you with that information. My main purpose is to provide content, giving good descriptions, tasting notes, even provide information regarding availability, pricing, certain allocated items, how tough they really are to get, and sometimes providing a good tasting whiskey that maybe isn't so hard to find, that maybe you pass over just unexpecting it. I will have guests from time to time. I will only bring people that are as passionate or knowledgeable about whiskey as I am. I have a couple friends that I can just sit and talk to all day about it, and I have a feeling you do as well, and that's what brought you here, hopefully. I want to start my first episode with a real big hitter and a real unicorn, at least in my world. It's been one of the hardest I've ever had to find. I've seen it for some outrageous prices. I was lucky enough to have one. As you can see, I really like it. Almost gone. A really tough find. The Colonel E.H. Taylor is a great line, but this one specifically is barrel proof. Comes in at 127 proof. It is really tasty, really smooth for something that high of a proof, and I'd like to give you a little more information on why. First, I will say I do enjoy drinking out of a Glencairn. It is one of my favorite whiskey glasses. I know there's others that are very capable of giving you the good nose and allowing you to swirl and allowing you to really bring out the most from your drink. I'm going to start with the nose, and we'll work our way into tasting and into the palate. Man, it's so nice. You get like rich brown sugar. I want to say cherries, but it's a little more complex than that, almost like I would say almost like a blackberry or like a raspberry too, but it's really truer to the dark, rich red fruit, something that I think of more as a cherry. I would even say I get a little nose of like apple, slight floralness, but really not a lot. It comes from Buffalo Trace's Mash Bill 1, which has a very low rye, less than 10%, so you're not going to get a lot of spicy notes or sometimes the floral notes that ryes give off. A little bit of oak, and I'd even say like a rich tobacco note off the nose, but everyone's different. That's what I pull, and that's just one of the many reasons I like it. When you swirl this around in a glass, obviously the color is dark and rich, but to me I like to see the tannins or legs that it brings out. Something like this, it really builds nice ones, and to me that's kind of a good way to, or usually implies that you're going to have a nice body, a lot of release in the flavor. I'll stop wasting time and go in for the taste. This is such a heavenly experience every single time I try it. Rich brown sugars, Again, with a dark fruit. Cherry is the one that sticks out to me the most, like a nice, rich fall red cherry that we get here in the Midwest. You do get a little vanilla and oak. And like I said, with the body aspect, I'm still releasing flavors. I'm still tasting a little bit of spice, a little bit of, I would almost say a little nutty, not very heavy, very, very softly. Got some of the black pepper and spice. And it's such a nice pour. Again with the vanilla and black pepper this time, initially. A little bit of caramel and oak, and then it just starts to soften up. And I'm still getting flavors. I'm exhaling, getting a little like soft spice, like baking spice. It's so good. It leaves a nice, rich, oily mouthfeel. Really, really works the palate nicely. A little bit of warmth in the very, very subtle warmth in the mouth, not hot, and not hot going down. It does leave a little Kentucky hug, but it's the one you're looking for. It's one where it lets you know it's there, but it doesn't kick you and burn you up and get hot. And again, 127 proof. There's not too many things over 100 proof, in my opinion, that work like this unless they're really, really top notch. And I'm going to show you throughout the course of this show. I'm going to go back and taste a little more. I want to get more into the finish. Talking about E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, I do also want to mention some awards. It has 16 global awards in the last 6 years. Pretty unbelievable. 7 in 2021 alone. It's unbelievable, and it seems like the rest of the world would agree. This is definitely one of the best barrel proof bourbons I've ever had. One of, not the best. There are others that are really, really top notch, but when you come around looking for stuff that's high proof and just works the right way, this is a perfect example of what you're looking for. Really, really complex, great finish. On the finish, I get more coffee bean, tobacco, oak. There's still a nice sweetness though, like the rich caramelized brown sugars, like a creme brulee finish. You know, you get that caramelized sugar and it gets sweet and it's rich. It's not just sugary. It caramelizes a little, and that's absolutely what I get in this. Talking availability, it is a once-a-year release to my knowledge. It is a fall release from E.H. Taylor. The MSRP is suggested at $75. I have never seen this at $75. I have seen it in the wild a couple times from $7.99 to $11.99. Only twice have I seen it in Illinois on shelves, and those are the prices: $7.99, $11.99. I was very fortunate to lay my hands on this. I kind of struck gold, and as you can tell, I'm living it up. I'm enjoying it. I have a lot of other things that I'm not willing to open, and at first I regretted opening it. Now I don't. It's so good. I just wish I had more. So next year my hunt will be a lot stronger for this one. It's absolutely at the top of my list. It's one of the best barrel proof bourbons you'll find, in my opinion. I want to just come back to it, have one last taste, and we'll get to wrapping up our very first episode here in the Bourbon Bar. I cannot get over how smooth it is for something that high proof. But the richness is there. You just, in the mouth, it's rich. After you swallow and you continue to exhale and kind of, pull whatever you can that's left in your mouth from your taste buds, it keeps releasing, and in the right way. I keep getting the caramel and the spice and the oak, and it's pretty extraordinary. And I'm really glad I got to share this with you guys. Well, this kind of wraps up the end of our first episode here. Again, my name's Carlos, and I'd love to thank you guys for stopping in and checking me out. Please hit the link or like, follow, and subscribe. And I can't wait to bring more content to you guys, and see you soon. Thank you so much.